Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be one hell of a stream. This is going to be one hell of a show. You get me? We're already fighting in the background because in the UK apparently only minus 30 is like cold, like anything above that is hot considered by UK people, you get me? But the weather switched. It was 35 degrees yesterday. Today it's 20. So hoodie Hussam is out until further notice. October is a shit month anyway because every day is different weather. So today I'm in a hoodie. Tomorrow, inshallah, happy, safe, and healthy. We might be here with a, with a regular shirt. The other it's just confusing weather. But anyway, we're here. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are liking the video on your way in. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. Big up to my guy Terry as well for the raid. Big up to the football terrace. Anyway, time to get to the introductions because today is going to be one hell of a stream, my people. Joining us on the channel, first and foremost, I have to introduce the supporters of the clubs are doing good first. So we have to have some respect. Wallahi, we have to have some respect. I cannot be disrespectful. So, four-time league champion, Champions League winner, and he just parked up his Bugatti outside his house just before this show. He just parked up his Bugatti outside the house just before this show. Man, like Martin is in the building. How you doing, Martin? Man?
Fine. Do you want to see the cost of petrol on this Bugatti? Man, tyres. About 25 grand a tyre. Don't be going popping them.
Big up Martin, man. Big up Martin. Big up to you, my brother. Big up. Thank you for joining us. Joining us next, two Arsenal fans. Martin he's a four-time winner. I'm a six-time Champions League winner. You get me? So we don't need any other reps. We're good. But we got them tag teams in it because their clubs are a bit iffy. But joining us next is, you get me, Stoke City fans. Sometimes you have to represent the fans of other football clubs. Not every time you have to represent the big six and the top six and stuff like that. Sometimes you have to speak about Stoke, also known as Arsenal Football Club. You get me? We have to talk about Stoke City, aka Arsenal Football Club, upcoming league champions. You get me? Joining us on the channel is everyone's favorite Sicilian. You get me? Man like Giuseppe. And my second favorite Martin, the other Martin. Hello, Martin and Giuseppe. How are you guys doing?
Blurry.
Giuseppe froze. Wow. Mid intro. Wow. Hello, Giuseppe. Hi, Martin. How you doing, Martin?
G'day, mate. Yeah, thanks for the intro. That was really nice for the 14-time FA Cup champions. You should have showed more respect, but I'll let it slide.
Okay. Big up to you for FA Cup champions. I need to remember that. Sometimes I have to get my digs in. So later on, when I praise Arsenal, they don't tell me I twerk. So it is what it is. You get me? But yeah. Joining us next, you get me. Two fans of the Eternal Enemy are here. One of them is my personal Eternal Enemy because I can't stand him. The other guy, I actually like working with him. I actually love him because he's my Arab brother, but he's a bit of a celebrity now. So he hangs out with Said. He feeds him both pizza and pasta in the same meal. Pizza, pasta, and what's it called? Not marinara. What's it called again? The fish stuff. What's the
calamari?
Fish stuff calamari. Yeah. I don't know why I said marinara. That's weird. Calamari. You get me all in the same meal. And the other one is busy ranting about Ten Hag, in Manchester, wearing half-sleeve shirt because he's used to the cold, apparently. Man like Oski is in the building and flawless. How you guys doing, my brother? Good?
What's up, boys? It's been a minute. Celebrity hype. You know what I'm saying? The celebrities here are the boys up top, of course, and my boy Flawless in the building. So those are the big celebrities, you know what I'm saying? I'm just regular. First of all, it's not a crime to eat pizza with pasta. Italians do that all the time. So we just got to educate, my boy Hossam to not eat Maluba 24/7 and Mensef and the whole nine. So it's something different than the usual. But shout out to the chat, man. I'm seeing some love in the chat. Shout out to the crew being in here. Oh, I'm excited. We're about to turn up. Shout out to my boy Flawless. It's been a minute, About to get it.
Yeah, Kev is just doing too much. Hi, Flawless. You're on mute, Flawless.
Big up,
most
man.
experienced streamer
Good to see
here.
you.
On mute.
Good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it's been a minute. You know what I'm saying? Big up to the panel. Shame I have to see Hassan, but here we are. And the reason why I got a t-shirt on, it's the first t-shirt I grabbed, and I got a heater. You know what I'm saying? That's why my heater's on. So yeah.
I can't lie to you. I don't have a Giuseppe's having a fight for his life. Anyway, it's not for me. I don't have a heater. It's normal.
No, because you live in a hot country, so you know.
Yes.
I
I'm a hoodie, and I can switch on my AC to heat mode. That's the best I can do. You get me? So, yeah. Anyway, big up to you guys for joining us. Love to all of you guys. We're gonna start off with Arsenal. Sorry, not with Arsenal, with Man United, because we're starting in reverse order, and because Flawless has to go because he's also a celebrity. So Manchester United, Ten Hag conversation. It's we have to have this conversation. I'm sorry, guys. I know you're probably having a really good day, and I've just ruined it with this question. I know, but I love you guys on the real. Big up to everyone, by the way, in the chat. Make sure you guys are smashing the likes because there's 500 people in here already. Flawless, Oski, and then we'll get as well the rest of the thoughts of all the guys in here. Another painful loss at home. 3-1, 3-0 loss this time to Spurs. What do you make of what's happening at your football club right now?
Go on, Oski.
No, you could take the lead. You could take the floor. I mean, I don't think you're gonna say anything. I don't think you're gonna say anything different than me this time. I think I've come to the light. So
you've come to the light now. I remember the last time we spoke, which was a long time ago. You was on the 2 years ago.
I was a little.
You was fully with it. Yeah.
I mean, 2 years ago was a different. You can't compare.
It wasn't different.
Let's be honest.
It wasn't.
No, but in terms of investments, in terms of proper structure, in terms of many things different outside of the football aspect, it's been different from what we are used to, and we cannot deny that. From what we're used to, all of a sudden now it's just like it looks like where we still were 2 years ago. So then if we've done all these changes and we're still in the same boat, then clearly you're right. It don't look like it's different, because at the end of the day, we made changes and the changes still make us look like we still suck in time like we from Cuba. So has it really changed anything different? Nah, it's still the same bungalow ceiling that me and you left. It's really what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I swear to God, I quoted this, Jose. I got to give it to Flawless. One day he quoted me. He's like, yo, it's just the same bungalow ceiling. We can't grow any more than that. And I got to give him, kudos to that. I try to argue him that day, and I'm the loser now. That's really what
we all lose because I didn't want to be right. Here, the thing is, Oski, I didn't want to be like, people have said to me, oh, do you feel vindicated about it? No. I love Manchester United. I don't feel vindicated. I'm a Manchester United FC. I wanted you to be right. I wanted everyone who backed what was going on to be right. In regards to the ownership, because you mentioned it, so I'll start there with Ineos. Yes, they've done good things. Yes, they put footballing people in football positions. Yes, we had a good window. I think we had a very good window. Yes, they sold. They sold the players we sold and the amount we sold very well. It was a record for us, which is fantastic. But the problem lies within keeping the manager. That's the issue right there. All that great work you did was undone with that one awful decision. And the fact that you had all the evidence in the world to sack him and you decided to keep him, she told me that you're incompetent. So I didn't even trust him with the next guy. I didn't want Ineos in the first place. Like before they did anything, I was super skeptical. This is why I wasn't on no Ineos are cooking over the summer. Ineos are this, Ineos are that. They kept this manager. And the fact now that you hear talks of, he's got 2 games to save his job and rumors about Ineos are unsure about the playing style and where the goals are going to come from. Did you not look at the manager in the squad before the season started and know this was going to be an issue? How could you not figure this out? How can people who are very, very, supposed to be very good at their job, very experienced at their job, get paid millions upon millions of years, thousands, millionaires, who are very, very, very experienced and supposed to be competent at their job, best in class, have been doing this, some of them probably longer than some people watching have been alive, make such a terrible decision. And then act surprised when it goes terrible. When they pan to them in the crowd and they look, why are they shocked by what they're seeing? It's literally pretty much a carbon copy of last season. Why are you shocked? This is what I don't understand. Listening to fans who wrote this idiot letter to keep this manager and all this type of nonsense.
I can't lie, the letter has come up to be the biggest L of the summer now. I
told everyone at the top.
First of all, the fact that any club is listening to a fan writing letters is kind of crazy to me, because at the end of the day, this is a business, and at the end of the day, people should know how to run a business. If you need a fan who's just watching a 90-minute game and listening to back-end news. That just tells you a lot. So that was a big automatically like, huh? What the hell is going on over there? But to agree with Flawless, I'm not going to knock on Ineos a lot either. Also, I mean to disagree with you because at the end of the day, Flawless, let's be honest, the market in coaching wasn't really hot. Who was really lucrative at that time that you could probably trust the team to build with? And it's probably a stopgap at the time, which to me was Thomas Tuchel. Thomas Tuchel would be a great stopgap, right? But I don't think he could be a great long-term coach. I mean, he could be, Allah knows best. It's one of those situations you just got to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks. But
so do you believe there was a better manager? Do you believe we could have got a better manager than him in the summer?
I mean, I just said it, Thomas Tuchel. Do I think Kieran McKenna could be great for the project? Yes, but it's something that you're throwing shit at the wall and you don't know what you're getting back. Same thing, Thomas Frank, another option.
Forget who they was interested in. I'm asking your opinion on it. Do you believe there was better managers out there that were either in jobs or out of jobs that were available? Do you think there was a manager we could have got that is better than Ten Hag? Outside of who, so forget them looking at a De Zerbi or
the ones
I'm saying in general. Forget the ones we were linked.
No, of course.
Let's look
at the top 6 teams. Yeah, no, look at the top 6 teams.
Oh, they could have gave me and you. They could have gave me and you that job, and none of us are qualified, and we could have found a better manager than Ten Hag. That's not an excuse.
No,
Flick went to Barcelona. Flick went to Barcelona. Why did we not go get Hansi Flick?
Even the
was
dude
that sporting. Why not go get Amorim? Like, come on, man. I'm not that reason why the excuse don't wash.
It's just Amorim. I think what Amorim was the price tag that they were asking for.
Why? How much were they asking for?
Wasn't he was connected with West Ham at one point before Lopetegui, I think, and that deal failed because of the price that Sporting was asking. So that's what from what I.
All right, so let's say the price was 10 million. Do you think do you think it's worth it now? Should we have paid the 10 million?
No, I mean now we're losing. If we sack him tomorrow, that's a $24 million loss, 24 million pound loss. So regardless of the situation,
do you think that's money well spent?
No, it's not money well spent because.
So
would
you
I sack him tomorrow? I can't. No, I wouldn't keep him. It's done. To me is what can this man do at this point? Because this is exactly what's going to happen. Let's say we're going to go to Porto away and we're going to snag a win, and we're just going to. That's the consistent shit that we're going to deal with. Wait. You're going to go to Porto. I'm telling you, it's going to happen. You're probably going to go to Porto, get a dumbass win, and then the fans are going to be like, you know what? I could Rashford is coming
let me
back.
ask you, where did before a ball was kicked, where did you have us finishing in the league?
Honestly, with the signings, I had some faith. So I said I could see the top 6 run. I could see a top 6.
Don't lie, man. What position did you say? Don't hit me with the top 6.
Wallahi, I thought we was going better than last season. And last season we finished 8th.
You did.
So I said, top 6, maybe top 4. I could see the top.
That in there lies the problem. That in there lies we was never a top 6 side. We was never a top 6 side ever.
I was deluded that I take, but
I predicted you'd finish 5th or 6th. I think
that's crazy too. But here we are.
No, but Flawless. Come on, we saw some transfers that could probably initially. Let's be honest. The Deadwood, there's barely any anymore.
Oh, goals, man. Oh, you scoring our goals.
That's where you think. That's what I'm saying. That's where the L comes into where.
So how are we finishing top 4? And we don't score goals.
The addition of Xerxes with the form of Ahmad, little shit like that would have changed the game. Little shit like that could forever change the game, right? So I personally thought like, okay, these are good additions. Hoyland's second season, it's time for that raw talent to finally not be raw anymore. It's finally cook up, and this already automatically Son gets injured. I mean, listen, you're right. To now, for the naked eye, you must be a dummy to really believe that something could probably be changing. I'm being 100%. To watch United at this point anymore is not even entertaining. Like, there's no point in watching. It's like back in the day, you used to watch and be like, yo, Fergie, we cooking. This is easy dub. I'm not. You're watching with confidence. Now you're watching to hope to scrap and get a point, to not get embarrassed. If you look at the season already started, playing top 6 teams, both teams, Liverpool and Tottenham, and you're already down 3-0 at home. Fuck.
But the fact that Ineos didn't see that coming in there lies the problem is why I'm
I'm with you, because now they're probably shit like
the problem.
We should have sacked this dude, but we're gonna have to pay this dude $24 million if we sack him, and then oh, what if we? Because you got to look at it. Everything at the end of the day is a numbers game, right? Now you're sacking this guy and it's 24 million. You're not paying that 24 million to sack the guy. On top of that, you're not even guaranteed to finish top 4. Let's be honest. Champions League ball is important to every big club and to any club in England or any club in the world in the top 5 leagues to finish in Champions League monetary value.
We could finish top 4.
I mean, that's the thing that they're gonna have to probably make a decision. Is it worth losing 24 million, or is it worth?
Do you think it's worth losing the 24 million to sack him?
This is the only thing I'm worried about, Flores, and I'm gonna keep it a stack with you, right? I'm not gonna act diluted or nothing. I'm gonna keep it 100%, and there's nothing. We just bought this man his damn players. A next dude is gonna come in and be like, I don't want this players, and now we're in the same damn cycle. I'm not saying keep the dude. I'm just saying what is there to cook up next? You're gonna have to get a coach that actually is gonna have to deal with this team. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't want to hear anymore. Oh, well, this is not his starting 11. Shut the fuck up. This is definitely his starting 11.
We know he's dead. We know he's dead. He's not good.
So now the issue is you're gonna have to get a baller. You're gonna have to get a baller.
I'm just asking questions because I love to know how people's minds work. Because all of these issues that we're taught, that O's mentioning, that have been mentioned, we're here before the season start. It's not new. The team isn't new. The manager's not new. We've seen this before. It's like a Marvel film. You've seen one of them, you've seen them all. You know how it's going, you know what's going to happen in the end. Yes, the plot may be different. There'll be different characters, but you know how it ends. Why did people think this was going to be different? This is why I asked, where were the goals coming from? This was a big topic of conversation and something I mentioned consistently all summer long. When people were talking about us finishing top 3, top 4, top 5, top 6, doing this, that, and the third, I kept stating this. Who is scoring our goals? And I got no answers. And then when people, I said, how many league goals we scoring? And when people told me, I said, okay, break that down for me. We don't have goal scorers. There's no one in.
You know what it is, though, Flawless, is
before you go. There's no one in our side that consistently scores goals. We have no goal scorers whatsoever. The only one who has a little bit of a track record is Rashford, and he averages 8 league goals per season anyway. We don't. I rate Diallo. Diallo's quality, not a goal scorer. Xerxes new, cool. The rest of them are rubbish. Rashford, Garnacho, Bruno, Mount, terrible. What are we talking about here? This is why I'm not hearing about any defense of Ineos, because this was all on show all season long, and you had ample time to sack this manager, kept him, and then act surprised when what happens. So you mentioned that the reason why they have to sack him is because he's not good enough. And even if we bring in a new manager gets more out of these players. As bad as we was last season, we were 9 points off top 4. As bad as we were, we had our worst ever league season, lost 14 league games. We were 9 points off top 4. So if we turn 3 of those 14 losses into wins, we finish in the top. It's not that difficult. It's not difficult to be a cohesive unit. The things that to be a good side is not difficult. To be a great side and go and compete for major honors, that's a whole different conversation. So we need improvements anyway, despite the manager. I say, man, get rid of him. Like that's what it is.
I want to say one thing, Flawless.
Go.
Obviously, me and you worked together in the summer, and you accused me of gaslighting. I wasn't gaslighting when I said what I said during the summer. My thing was the following: look, I understand the Ten Hag outers because you have every right to be Ten Hag out. My only thing was exactly what Oski says. The market sometimes dictate what you do, and the managerial market was crap. So it's not like it was a lot of people like out there. And there were big clubs who wanted managers, including my club. And, you know, for some reason, we walked away from Amorim. Other clubs looked away from Amorim and stuff like that. So maybe that's why they stuck with him. But now, as Oski said, it's becoming like, khalas, there is no more defending this guy. It's just it's so obviously a coaching mistake. Big up to DJ says we need to check his coaching license, fake coach.
Yeah, bro, I'm convinced he want to get sacked.
Before you go, I don't hear there's no value in before you go. I don't hear there's no value in the market. There's hundreds of thousands of managers. Go find one. That's nonsense. That's a cop-out.
Explain it though. How can you just find one?
That's a cop-out. You wait, did Liverpool and Chelsea have they both not currently got good managers? Is Slot not a good manager so far?
Yeah, but it's gamble.
Wait. Is Maresca not a good manager so far?
Yes, but they're both gamble.
Okay. Say that again. Yeah, but any managers, wait. Hold up. Any managers a gamble.
Disagree.
No, I'm with you.
Is not
but I'm
gamble.
saying
Bayern took company.
Conte
was a
is not
gamble.
a gamble.
I mean, Flick
All
was
these
there.
guys are not a gamble.
He was okay.
Company is a
Let me
gamble.
rephrase that. You're right. Most
No,
managers are
Conte,
gambles.
already his
Company,
style.
Okay,
company,
wait.
not Conte. Company.
Like
Sorry.
95% of managers are gambles. So what we talking about here?
No, you are right. They are.
So what we doing
most of
about
them
this
are
nothing in the
gambles,
market? Flick was available. What are we talking about? Flick was there. Amarim was there. I'm not hearing there's no managers in the market when you lot got
The
Slot,
thing is, though,
Chelsea got Maresca. What we doing, man? I said people just stop defending it. They made a bad. Why can't we just call it out and say they made a bad mistake? It's like
you know what? I'm
Kendrick-
also
it's
starting
like-
to get
It's like
convinced.
Drake
I don't
losing to Kendrick and people don't want to admit it, man. Drake lost to Kendrick. It's okay to admit it. People just don't
No,
want to
we could
admit
have
that.
that
He lost by
debate,
bro.
though. We could have that debate. He didn't really
What
lose.
debate?
Did
He
he
lost.
really lose?
Yes, he lost.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I
He
know you're
lost.
a
He
Drake
lost.
fan. He lost, man, and it's so. And
lost.
again, people just don't want to admit that he lost. Why can't we just call things what it is, man?
It's a close
The
one.
sky
It's
is
a close
blue,
one. It's a
water
close-
is wet, man. Drake lost to
It's a close
Kendrick.
one.
It's okay.
It's a
But
close
is the
one.
issue that
could
you
be a
couldn't
close
get the
You,
people
you,
you wanted?
you know, Oski, how I know it's not a close one? When I'm driving in my town in Jordan and someone's playing not like us, I know it's over. Khalas. It's just
Nah,
When I
that's
went
that's
over
where he
here,
beat him. I'm not gonna lie. That's the only way he beat him. Was not
yeah,
like
so it's
yes,
over. Khalas.
drop it, give me 50, go crazy. Drop it, give
No,
me
he
50,
lost,
go
man.
crazy. No,
He
it's
lost,
a,
it's
don't
okay.
come on, man. Every time I
He
talk
lost.
to somebody,
I know you're a
that's
Drake
it.
fan, oh, but he lost, man. It's okay.
Nah,
It's
I'm
over.
All
a
right.
J. Cole fan, so I'm a middle. I'm a J. Cole fan.
Oh, is it?
I do
Well, he
like
was
Drake.
third,
I do
so.
love Drake. I do love Kendrick. But when it comes to
Mhm.
drop and give me 50, went crazy, low key, like low
He
key.
lost, man.
But
See,
let's
and
talk.
this is-
You know
back
what?
to United.
You know what
He
the
lost.
rest of us love? Man United downfall. So let's get the rest of the opinions.
It's not going to be
and
there
let's hear
forever.
their
Though.
thoughts.
It's not going to be there forever. Though.
The thing that
yeah,
Man United need to make sure they do, though, one thing I say to the fans, and I think you boys will agree with me, like I'm looking at Man United now, and I said whoever comes in has to be ruthless. And come the summer, he has to get rid of two players, especially, and that's Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford. Toxic it to the club. No matter who comes in as manager, if these guys are still at your club, they're gonna be the downfall as well, because there's a lot of it on Ten Hag. But at the same time, I don't think many managers have a chance right now coming into Manchester United with certain old regimes and certain old things in within the club. And I think Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes are two of them people. Bruno's not been there as long, but he's just a whiny bitch, in my opinion. and I just think I just think he's toxic, and you can't build a team around that guy being your captain. That the second he got made captain was the second I said Ten Hag needs to leave Manchester United. They need to kick him out the door. As soon as he should have gone to them and said, I'm making Bruno captain, and they said, we're making you redundant, mate. That's what should have happened. So yeah, listen, I think I agree with Flawless, man. Just hold your hands up and say we made a mistake, mate, because I'm not gonna lie, the person that sits next to him would do a better job than him right now. Therefore, I know Ineos just made a mistake. Yeah, because I was sitting here and as a rival fan, I looked at it and I said, I think that I thought originally they were trying to slowly bleed Rude into the managerial role, and he's going to be your future manager. I've said it before on streams. I said that I think they wanted to give him this season to sort of be there as the second, and then they were going to get rid of Ten Hag and make him the permanent. Because I can't understand why he goes from winning the league and offered managerial jobs to going second to Ten Hag. It's not like going second to someone like Pep Guardiola or something, where you could say, yeah, he got managerial jobs, but that's an opportunity to go and work under one of the best, if not the best of all time. He's going under Ten Hag, who's he's crap. To be honest.
But you know what the issue is? The issue is, honestly, last season when I did mention this, Rude was one of my top of the list of people who I want to see at the club, right? Obviously, we've seen the stuff he did at PSV with the players like Brathwaite, Matt Wakey, Cody Gakpo, Javi Simmons, when he actually turned that team into something. But where everything just turned for me is like what you exactly just said. Why would Ineos now give him a whole backroom staff, a whole brand new backroom staff, Rude being one of them, just like you said, how you just went from coaching in the same league that this man coached, and you actually won that league with you know what I'm saying? Seeing the accolades are very similar. Now, all of a sudden, to you're being somebody else's number two, and the results, because let's be fair, the results is going to reflect him as well.
Yeah,
I just think the same backroom. It is, and it ain't.
It's like when I watch that,
clogging.
When I watch that game, like for example, like this season, I've been a bit on the I think Ten Hag needs to be gone anyway. But I was a bit on the fence. I was like, the players need to step up a bit as well. And I was like, there's certain games that I'm looking at that I blame the players not only the manager, but the game against Spurs, going 10 men. The fact that you didn't, like, people laugh at how we approached the City second half with 10 men, but the fact that you concede within however many minutes of the second half, what was it, 10 minutes? What was it you conceded in the second half? The fact you conceded so early and just lost yourself the game with 10 men. Like, I don't get it. You stay compact for the first bit of the second half and then you try and get something out of the game. This manager don't, like, if we can all sit here and understand that that's how you should approach that second half against Spurs, why is this not happening? It's that, or the players are actively trying to get him sacked. And the players are actively not listening to what he is telling them because
that was my thing that I mentioned though many times in the past. I don't know if Flores could agree, but I just don't think the players are understanding what he wants to do or what he's trying to understand what his players are capable of doing.
But that's a problem.
That's what
I actually think
that's a problem. If you're a manager,
that's what I'm saying. That's the
managing card. Like, yo, he should have.
That's the issue I'm having. It's either the players don't understand what he's trying to do, or he just doesn't understand the capabilities that his players have. You get what I'm saying? Like, certain decisions he takes, it just tells you, like, okay, like, you know, perfect example, Sancho leaving, right? Everybody's going nuts. Look, Sancho left. Let's be honest, Sancho never did what he did with Chelsea at United. And I'm starting to come to the conclusion is because how that Chelsea lineup looks and compared to how that United lineup looks. With the rotations we have, one day Garnacho on the right, one day Garnacho on the left, one day Bruno in the 9, one day Bruno here, Bruno on the. It's coming towards the end. I need to throw mad shit at the wall to see what really is working and what's not working. And he just doesn't understand. Because when you said Flawless, where the goals is coming, this is what I'm thinking. He thought if I could bring a 30-goal Marcus Rashford back again, put him back into that form, bring a 2021 Bruno. Oh, these numbers I could expect. Oh, then we're going to have a blast. Now, at a number 9, that's what he probably sat there and think. And I feel like that's where he went wrong. Because we all sat there. I'm a perfect person. I'm the perfect person to wave my hand and, I'm going to wave the white flag and take the L. Did I have faith in Bruno? Absolutely. I was the biggest one. Back Bruno. You know me. How many times I sat with you? How many times me and you argued about Rashford? But it comes a point where now you got to be honest with yourself. You know what I'm saying? Does the man have the capabilities and the abilities to be a bowler? Absolutely. But is he giving you that? No, he's not. It's not. And it's just, you got to, I don't know what next coach who's going to come in and probably, because he's going to have to use that for the time being, correct? He's going to have to use with these players. So
I got to say, like, as an Arsenal fan, it's delightful to see the downfall of Manchester United. And, it's been a long time coming, but watching you guys like stack your team over the last couple of decades, it's could have been like buy attacking players that are going to sell T-shirts, that kind of stuff, and just trying to make it work. And you've been through a whole bunch of coaches since Fergie, but now it feels like, I've said this before with Ten Hag, he's a squatter. He's like basically got his foot in the building, and he's like, I own this place now, and you got like hard time getting rid of him. Even more so now, he's got a second contract, but. The way everyone believed Ineos was going to be the solution, that they were going to try and pick the players and then you can change the manager whenever you want. We're going to see whether that works because it feels like the juice has run out a little bit for Manchester United. Like when you go knocking on a door in some club and say, I want your manager, it's not going to be as easy as it used to be back in the day. So it's kind of...
It shouldn't really be like that. It should be... My fault to interrupt. It shouldn't be like, oh, I'm just gonna get a random manager who proved in the league. Let's be honest. It should be somebody who's
not random,
understanding. But... it should be something that it has to be like this guy has to be. He has to fit the project. As simple as that. You're never gonna see City look at perfect example. Liverpool went and took the gamble on Arnie, but they believed that he could see the vision that they want to do. Same thing with Arsenal and Arteta. Obviously, Pep and City. That's a whole different damn story. You'd be delusional. With us is just like, I guess was when he first came in, yeah, maybe, but now it's just like this is going totally because I just don't understand what this man is trying to do at this point. You know what I'm saying? Is he trying to play the ball from the back? Is he trying to play counter-attacking ball? Is he trying to
yada season? Oh, we watched all this last season.
And that's what I'm saying. It's like last season, okay, we didn't have the full team yet. Cool. I'm gonna take that. You know what I'm saying? This season, dog, you just bought a whole brand new 11.
Man. We didn't have the full team, so we played completely. And now he's got his full team, and we played this kind of like it's got the play systems.
We look even worse.
Systems. Oh man, and you know that. You know that, man. Systems are systems. Let's stop it. Because if City's had 5 or 6 players out, would they play the exact same way? Yes. Would the quality drop? Of course. But would they play the same? Of course they play the same way. What are we talking about here? When De Bruyne don't play for City, do they play vastly different? With Rodri, yes, the level may drop, but they are going to play the same way. That's why it's not an injury thing. You should look the same despite you could have 22, your whole 25 out. Your team should still play the same. It should be a level in terms of quality. What are we talking about here, man? Just excuses for this guy.
Okay, Flawless, I ask you a question now. Do you think this nightmare, if you would like, with Ten Hag, do you think it's going to be over soon?
Yeah,
from in your perspective, do you think they're going to sack him essentially?
Yeah, I think he's gone. I think we lose these. I think we lose these next 2 games and then he's gone. They sack him in an international break.
Porto and Aston Villa.
I think Porto and Villa.
I mean, because you know what Ten Hag does when everything is when shit hits the fan, he will figure out a way to win 1-0.
You know what's crazy? People told me that before Spurs, and look what happened.
I just told you right now. You could. I'm telling you, you could probably go see a surprise. You don't expect the unexpected with that guy. Wallahi, expect the unexpected. You're probably gonna walk into God knows what he's gonna do against Porto and then against Aston Villa, top 6 team, yada yada, blah 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 blah. But look, this is the issue, is the inconsistency. At the end of the day, I was talking to a Spurs fan the other day, and I don't mind losing, bro. I mean, no, let me take that back. Everybody fucking hates losing. But if I'm gonna lose with my some random, to be honest with you. It was a client of mine, and he's a big Spurs fan, so we was chopping it up. And he was like, bro, like, you guys look horrible. I said, that's the thing. If you're gonna lose with your head up, that's a different story. If we're losing with I don't know what the fuck we doing, that's a whole nother level. It's just like at this point, at least play good footy. Look at Inge. Sometimes he loses, but there's good footy. Look at Liverpool. Whatever. The footy is gonna at least convince you, like, okay, I see this going somewhere. I just don't understand what we're doing right now. Like, what?
But isn't it funny that the trophies, like the FA Cup thing, like everyone says the trophies is the only thing that matters, but now it's like, actually, we want to watch good football and we want to do well in the league all the time.
No, you can't. So. Let's be real. Before the FA Cup game,
I know exactly what Martin is doing here, by the way. I know exactly what Martin is doing.
Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying?
He's doing the Arteta thing.
It's more to do with the discussion about
trophies. It's obvious to see.
Nah, it's again because you've lowered the standard.
Because he's comparing
because we know what it is. There's no reason you shouldn't have both. Because every successful team.
Yeah, I was about to say, why don't you just have both?
We've seen City do both. We've seen Liverpool do both. We've seen Arsenal do both. We've seen Manchester United do both. What are we talking about here?
You see all of the sides. I didn't see Arsenal.
Yeah, because I'm older than you. I remember the Wenger era. They played fantastic.
Oh, Wenger era. No, that's what I'm saying. I thought you were talking about recently.
No, not recently, because they ain't won anything in half a decade. I'm talking about
okay.
Yeah, that's
Wenger, we see them going invincibles, yada yada. Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, like I've watched all these teams. Like we watched Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester
City.
City.
Never played good football. Let's not do that. Chelsea never.
Yeah, they did. Yo, that Chelsea team under Ancelotti.
Yeah, that's the only time they played good football.
Yeah, so they've done it. Then to my point. Yeah, they did. They was
Chelsea are the kings of winning with shit football. Let's not do that.
No, that was under Mourinho, but under Ancelotti they played.
And under Conte, and under Di Matteo, and under everyone.
Yeah, I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about specifically Ancelotti. They played good football.
But I agreed with you. So there's no need for us to fight flawless because we agree. Ancelotti, good football, yes. The rest of them, all shit.
No, but I'm just making a point. You can do both. This myth where it's trophies or bad football, or good football and no trophy. Both. You can do both.
Yeah. No, but we weren't comparing both before. And it was the FA Cup that saved his job. It's interesting to see how it's going to play out now, because the trophies are everything, people that said United had a better season than Arsenal, they're going to have to hold that until they find another solution, because obviously it's not the be-all and end-all. It's not the mentality thing that we hear from everyone that's going to take you to the next step. It's just a trophy. And I think Ollie said it the best, that it papers over the cracks.
Yeah. I can't lie to you, a trophy can definitely paper over the cracks. I remember when we finished 6th, won a Carabao Cup under Kenny Dalglish, scraped past fucking Cardiff. I never forget those days, bro. People think I'm a new Liverpool fan. Habibis, I'm 29. I'm going to turn 30 in May, inshallah. Like, I'm an old guy. I've been supporting my club for a long time. Trophies can paper over cracks, but at the same time, you need both. But anyway, listen, let's not get into that argument.
Can I ask some questions to the Man United boys? This might be a hard. I don't know how you'd feel about this one. If you could go back and he loses that FA Cup and gets sacked on the spot that day, would you rather that have happened?
Go on, no. You answer first. I've answered this before. Well, go on, no. Oh, I go first. Yeah. Oh, you go first. Go on.
No, Flawless. You go first. Don't put O on.
I will. No. Because O don't want to answer it. That's why I stick it. You see his face. I've answered this question because O don't want to answer it.
Flawless different. Flawless know how to put me on the spot. Yo, you go on.
Because I know, man. Because this guy knows, like, and O's my guy, but it has to be done because he backs all this nonsense. That's why. So it's like so you deserve this. So I'm sorry, we boys, but you deserve all of this, all of it. So to answer your question, I wouldn't change it for multiple reasons. One, because I'm a Manchester United fan, and it is about winning trophies. Like, let's just clarify that. It is definitely about winning trophies. Because all the players and managers we all love and players we have on shirts and we remember all were for winning trophies. We're not no small clubs who are just happy to have players who are cold. Like it's not that. So let's clarify that. And secondly, I was asked that question before the FA Cup final, and I said if Ineos keep him because of that, it shows me you're incompetent. Show me who you are. So the fact that we won an FA Cup and Ineos decided to keep him lets me know. I love to know who I'm dealing with. There's nothing worse than not knowing because it's a new ownership. So I have no idea what they're like and their thought process. I now know I'll have an idea of what their thought process is like. And the fact they can bypass the Premier League campaign we had that was the worst ever. They bypass the Champions League campaign that was the worst ever and go because we won an FA Cup where all right, you're incompetent. Cool. From that moment that happened, I was like,
they did have like a 3-month period where they were looking for someone else. Not 3 months, whatever it was, but it was like they knew that he wasn't the best option out there. I just think that they could either there wasn't enough. Was it Tuchel that said no to you guys, or did you guys say no to Tuchel? There was something like people wanted more control over the signings.
Yeah, I think we said no
like a critical mass of crap players that we had at Arsenal.
By the way, it wasn't just them who said no. Managers said no to them. They said no to managers. I swear didn't they interview like 6 or 7 in the summer? I swear.
No, I only know about 2 people. You know what it is? That's the only
one.
No,
they spoke to Poch. They spoke to Tuchel. They spoke to if I remember correctly,
Zerbi.
The Zerbi.
There
was a list someone tweeted out that they spoke to, and it was like, but now Oski here, flawless answer that you have to answer now. You have to answer.
No, I mean, bro. First of all, I hear how flawless do that. Oh, you backed him. It's not that I backed, bro. I backed him in that when he first
answer the question, Oski. Answer the question. No. Answer the question. Ask the question. Answer it. We don't care.
Bro, at the end of the day, a trophy's a trophy, man. The trophy.
There you go. Can you answer the question? Yeah. Can you answer the question?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the trophy. I wouldn't sack him. You said the question was, would we sack him? Right? I'm gonna have to take the trophy. It's Man City in the final. Who gonna say no to that? Who's gonna say no to that, bro? Fair, let's be honest. That's a nice.
I respect the fact he answered the question at least, you know. So let's go. Anyway,
you know what I'm saying?
Let's short-term gain for long-term pain. I get it.
No, I just want to just cover one more thing before we move
on. Martin is just
you cannot lie that first, and then I would always back what happened the first season, right? The first season we saw something, and none of us could deny that. The second season, there was a lot of dumbass individual errors, some dumbass injuries, some this and that, and then we started to see these tactics didn't work, and then it's not like at the times I was backing it. It was. I mean, when you would talk about it, would talk about in times that there was quotes excuses for him. I think now he just ran out of the excuses. So yes, you get your flowers for calling out the bullshit before the excuses. You know, and that's my apologies, and then my apologies to anybody who feels offended that I had a different opinion at the time. You know what I'm saying?
You know what it is? It just hurt me more because I know you know ball. So when I heard when you were saying what you were saying, I'm like, yo,
Money Mace. Money Mace stocks is still in there.
Let's not even get into that because the show will carry. Let's not even get into your guy. Like I wasn't even going to bring that up. See how much I like you that I wasn't even going to bring that up. That me and you had genuine conversations
that
about.
You guys don't even know about.
It isn't.
I'm not even going to get into the Trezeguet prop. Let's not.
Yeah, it's. But yeah, on the whole, like, because man said short-term pain.
Because I want to ask you a question. This is what Desmond's asking. Big up to you, Desmond. Nigel Odekari last. He says the biggest problem Man United has always been coaching. That's why the 2 players in space of 2 games can run through their midfield. Do you agree with the stake in terms of the spaces?
Agreed. We are because we are not like you can't. There's teams who don't have our talent that look better than us. There's teams that don't have our talent that look more cohesive than us. What are we talking about? I'm saying Everton had the 4th best defensive record in the league last season. Nobody here would say Everton last season had the 4th best defense or 4th best individual defenders. Like, what are we doing? Yeah, coaching matters, especially in 2024, and it's a system-based game.
Yeah, you look gassed up, Spurs, man. That's unforgivable.
Without doubt. Shout. Hey, Spurs played well. It was impressive. Even though everyone's crashing on Manchester United, they did the business. They did the business. They beat us in more impressive fashion than Liverpool did.
To be fair, they should have beaten you like 7-0 or something.
Oh, yeah, we were just lucky that Son wasn't playing. We lucky them chances shot to Werner. That's all it was.
Because Liverpool, we put business on them. If Xerxes would have put those 2 goals, the game would have been a different game. But
no, it wouldn't have been. No. We were getting battered regardless. That's like saying if Garnacho would have scored or Xerxes would have scored. Fam, we were getting battered either way, man. Stop. Oh, man. Take the red glasses off and look at the team, man. We're rubbish. We were getting battered either way. You're going to tell me, the red card changed the game. Is that what you're going to tell me next?
No.
The red card changed the game.
I would have said that earlier.
Yeah, the red card. I'm surprised you didn't say that.
I would have said that earlier.
If Bruno was on second half, you would have done something.
Because I seen teams win with 10 men. So there's never an excuse with 10 men.
Yeah, we don't do well with 11. We don't do well with the. Why do you think we're going to do well with one less?
Exactly. 10 man hype. I'm not hearing it.
Anyway, listen, let's not go there. Big up to my guy Ngoni, who says trophies are everything. Why fire Eric Ten Hag? Come on, you Gunners. Obviously, he's doing the same thing that Martin did, and I respect it. The same way, this is like the Ten Hag outers get back moment. This is also the rivals get back moment. Who told you trophies aren't everything, specifically the smaller ones, you know? So it is what it is. I understand where you're coming from. But anyway, speaking of, it's the perfect segue. Arsenal, Man City, we're going to talk about it. Big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. We're closing in on 38.3K. Remember, we're doing the Arsenal PSG. Watch along later as well. So make sure you guys are liking. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Suraida's veins are popping and Aaron's. Just to tell you to like the video. And we're not even on 200 likes yet. So like the video. Also, all these guys' channels in the description. Amankuni and Way. Martin told me to put Saad's channel in the description, so Saad can hold that.
Big up, Saad.
Sicilian Gunnar, Footy Fanatics, Sarcasm City TV. Final request here, brother Oski.
Bro, this guy is hype, bro. I don't understand. I never had Flawless, did I ever disrespect you and tell you, bro, what you're saying is nonsense? You had your opinion.
Never disrespect.
Same with Staffy. The difference is Staffy cannot wait. Staffy, you were always right. Shout out Staffy TV.
You know what?
Man, he always
Staffy's just
Staffy has an ego. He always wants apologies and shit.
Staffy's just very unforgiving. Like I'm just
just let it go, Staffy. Fucking hell. He's always mad.
It's like the 3 games. Remember those 3 games Casemiro started turning up? Staffy started getting scared because he was worried about his reel. And then now that Casemiro's back down, it's like,
let it go, Staffy.
Bro, so it's
we're a team. We're a team here. We're a team. Don't be asking for no apologies.
Flawless said it best. I never called you deluded and negative. I did call you negative though, because every time I'll talk to you, it's just some bullshit.
You are negative, Staffy. Hold that.
that is different.
Don't do that.
But,
he's not. He's not.
You are negative.
Flawless
Hold that.
Flawless said it best. At the end of the day, to end the whole topic up, at the end of the day, as a United fan, you're always going to want your team to see good. So you're always going to try to see the better. And let's be real, after every freaking storm, the rainbow's coming. So I see the rainbow coming. I'm not worried, son. I'm see the we're not doing this right now, but maybe, yeah. You know
okay, hey, you still got hope, man. I hope you're right, man. That's all I'm gonna say. I hope
that's how you see the rainbow. Bro, make sure you didn't eat shrooms or something, mate. That you see the rainbow. There ain't no rainbow coming over Manchester United at the moment.
I know you've seen that new stadium layout. That's a rainbow. That's a little nice stadium. That's a rainbow, brother. That's a rainbow right there. Yeah, it don't gotta be wins. It don't gotta be
They'll
wins.
somehow fuck up.
It don't gotta be wins.
All I'm waiting for, I've kept quiet for 45 minutes. Because I was told by my parents not to take the piss out of someone who's less fortunate. So I don't anymore. But the simple fact is, all I'm waiting for now is United are back. That's all I'm waiting for. Please say it. I'm begging it. Someone just say United are back. Because I'm telling you, you beat Porto 5-0, someone will be on a calling show. We're going to win the league. United are back. Then they'll get beat by Villa. It'll be Ten Hag again. I feel like I'm in Groundhog Day.
That is true. That is true. Some people
I
will
don't know
be
where to
saying,
go. You beat Barnsley 7-0 and you were winning the Champions League the week after, you know what I mean? So
by the way, Martin is 100% right. I was there when United beat Barnsley. A lot of people were doing too much. 100%. It's funny because they were trying to undersell Liverpool beating AC Milan 3-1 at the San Siro and making Barnsley 7-0 a big deal. It's just
No, it was, you know what it is? I think it was the excitement. It was the excitement of seeing 10 goals in 2
It was
games.
Barnsley. It was Barnsley.
And these are the same fans. These are the same fans that signed that letter. These are the same fans that signed that letter and the ownership.
Name 3 Barnsley
Rainbows.
He's lucky
Name
charms.
3 Barnsley players right now.
Rainbows. Gabriel Solina, the keeper.
He's just making shit up.
No, the keeper is Gabriel Solina. I'm not crazy. He's a Chelsea player, but he's on loan. He's a Chelsea player. He's on loan. He's a Chelsea player. He's on loan. There was that the light skin, dark skin youth that play on right wing.
The light
I forgot his name, man, but that was it.
Okay.
The light skin.
He's like the middle skin.
The light skin.
Wallahi, this big L for you, Oski. Big up to Spartacus who says, lads, it's only Man United movement needs to start. And this guy's from Brazil as well. Big up. Joga Bonito, you get me. Shout out to you. Thank you for the super chat. I can't lie. That's probably what Spurs said at halftime. Big up to Desmond again. Who says Brighton have changed 3 managers during the time Ten Hag has been here, and Brighton have a style of play. So why can't Man United in 2 years? And that's the thing that Flawless has been saying. And Flawless, to be fair, you know, he had his thing right. It was time for Ten Hag to go. I can't lie to you. But anyway, listen, we have to move on now. Big up to everyone who's joined us. Big up to everyone who's locked in. Like the video and subscribe right now, people. So Manchester City, Martin. Obviously,
why'd you say it like that? Manchester City.
Yeah, why did you say it like that? Why did you say
Manchester City? What's up with that, bro? Manchester City. Arsenal. He just went 2 different accents in a heartbeat.
Martin
is a character.
Manchester City.
Draw away from home, Newcastle. You get me? Talk to me. What's going on at Man City right now? Rodri injury, obviously, everything that's happening.
We're just figuring it out at the moment. It's going to take time to figure out the midfield we need to do. I'm not worried. People, you know, I've seen too many City fans have a meltdown because we drew 1 each at Newcastle. Well, screw me. 1 each at Newcastle, such a bad result all of a sudden, you know, madness. It is what it is. We know there was bad moments in the game. I don't know who. For me, I think it'll be different midfields for the opposition. I did say Rico Lewis wasn't ready to play that midfield role, especially against those 3. Against Rico, against Joe Linton, Tonali and Bruno, because they're very, very rough, and which is fair. You know, it's part of the game. They're very, very physical, and Rico Lewis struggles at the physicality level. He's still 19. Think, you know, listen, Rico Lewis is going to be one hell of a player, but my word, I feel like I'm talking about Lionel Messi when people talk about Rico Lewis now. It's like, just let the lad develop instead of all this, you know, he's going to be amazing. He will be amazing, but let him get there. But, you know, there was some issues creativity-wise. Phil Foden. I'm not going to go into Phil Foden as much because I know there are issues behind the scenes at the moment. So I'm not going to go into it, but I do know there are things behind the scenes that, as football fans, we're not really privy to, and we shouldn't need to be privy to what's going on in people's personal lives. But hopefully he gets over that soon and comes back to be the Phil Foden that we know. Gundogan, unacceptable performance from him. Thought he was not very good at all. Walker, yeah, people going back making mistakes, but thought Walker's best performance of the season up at Newcastle. Thought he was actually very good throughout the whole game. But Newcastle haven't lost at St. James's Park till the last time we played them last season, which I can't remember when it was, when KDB came back, January, February, whenever it was. So they haven't lost there since then. So in long terms, it'll be a good point, but we've got to figure it out and figure it out soon. We'll see when we get to January. There will be business. Get some business done, whoever that is. I've heard some names, don't really. One of them makes no sense to me because he's not 6. He's more of an 8. He can play 6, but he's more of a box-to-box 8 player. So we'll see. But there's things to do. There's things to do. But I think you'll see different midfields for different opponents. We've got some nice fixtures coming up in the next 2 or 3 weeks.
I'd assume you aren't worried about Slovan Bratislava. I'd assume.
No.
Thank God. So Martin is level-headed. You get me? He isn't that far gone right now. That City drew a game. You get me?
Oh, some of the crap I have seen in the last 48 hours. Sorry, some City fans need to get their head a wobble and realise that, this self-entitlement needs to go. We're not going to win the league every year. We won 4 in a row. This is people. How come you're not criticising Pep? Just won 4 in a row, 100 points. He's very, I will criticise him constructively. I'm not going to go in on him. I've seen people say sack him. Do me a favour.
I would happily criticize Pep, but
I agree with them people, man. Sack him 100%.
Yeah, I am with that. I think with the Newcastle game, it's all on the players. I'm gonna be so honest with you.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola is not asking Gundogan to play the ball through to Haaland. There's nothing Pep can do about Gundogan there. When Pope kicks the ball to Gundogan, and Gundogan all he has to do is slip Haaland in, and he's 1-on-1. But apparently that was Pep's fault. What?
Well, Pep chose Gundogan to come back, so you could say by extension it's his fault by believing him.
Oh, don't you start your Gundogan bloody agenda because you told me that.
No, you lot. I got a dip, yeah. Big up to Sam for having me. Shout out to the whole panel, man. Bless
up.
Up.
City in the description, guys.
Bless up.
If he's so bad, your manager wouldn't have gone for him.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying that I got abused for saying that I wouldn't take Gundo back, and I said that this would happen.
Why you take every other former City player? I'm another one.
Yeah, but Gundo's old. He's past it. He's 33, going on 34. It's going to be hard to dominate the Premier League for much longer for him.
But isn't it weird? Because I've found this very weird lately. And listen, I've already said I think Arsenal are an amazing team, but it's weird how all the Arsenal fans are really excited at the minute, saying they're really, really happy with what they've done. And some City fans are in the gutter and really depressed. And we've got the exact same run. Exactly.
Aren't you guys level on points right now?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And we've drawn the same amount. We've won the same amount. And it's just looking at the two contrasts in the fan bases is unreal.
Well, we were supposed to be 8 points behind you guys.
Arsenal's other draw was Brighton. Yeah, Brighton was the other draw.
We were supposed to be.
You could argue we've had harder games. You could argue we've had harder games.
No, you don't have to argue. Factually, Arsenal have had the toughest start to the season. That's not even an agenda. You have had the City away, Spurs away, Brighton at home, Aston Villa away. That's definitely a difficult start. We can't sit up here and waffle. That's just the reality. And Arsenal still, listen, you have the same points as City, which is good. But I think with Man City, a lot of what Martin is saying is true in terms of the fan base. He isn't doing this, but a lot of the City fans are losing their shit right now. And rightfully so in terms of Rodri being out. That's the part that I completely understand. Because Rodri not being there, I said he deserves to win Ballon d'Or. I think he's the best player in the Premier League. So obviously you would be upset if he doesn't play and he's injured and stuff like that. But I'd assume that they trust Pep to find a solution by now. Maybe, in terms of their next 3 games, you look at obviously the City fixtures. You don't really have difficult fixtures, but
that's what I mean. In 3 weeks' time, it could all be back up here again.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is Wolves and Southampton. If in those games you drop points, that's when you go
then it's worry time because then you've got an issue at that point, especially when Fulham's at home. I think Southampton's at home as well, isn't it?
Yeah, Wolves away is the
that's what I mean. So you got Wolves away in between that. So they have 3 decent fixtures that you could do.
I think I think the bit of meltdown. I think it's not you, but certain City fans. I think it's all around the Rodri injury. I feel like if Rodri weren't injured right now, even if you drawn that game, I don't think people would be worried. I think it's the Rodri injury that's making everyone panic.
But we're going to lose games this season.
Yeah, but I agree with you. I don't even know why. If I was, I'll be honest. If I was a Man City fan, I would be living on easy street, mate. I'd be on the beach. I'd be saying, what? And if we don't win the league, who gives a shit? Like, obviously, you want to win the league. Like, we all want to win the league. Like, but you shouldn't ever be pressured when you've won 4 of the last.
I've got that. I've got 4 in a row.
You know what I mean? Like,
this season, I'm enjoying it. We get 5. We don't.
Yeah,
there was no pressure at all. I'm putting no pressure on City this season.
It's normal for you not to win this season, to be honest. That would be the norm, you know, because no one's ever won 5 in a row. So even if you didn't win, it's not like, oh my God, we didn't win the league, sort of thing. Like, I don't get some City fans, but I think it's because a lot of City fans. A lot of City fans online have only supported City in the successful period. I think that's what it is. Like,
a lot of them have seen like less than 10 losses in their entire like fandom supporting careers. You guys haven't even lost a game. You've drawn a couple of games in the Premier League and one in the.
We haven't lost a game since the 6th of December 2023.
Yeah, so I would say that
we haven't lost in Europe in 3 years. This is what I mean. It's madness.
Martin, would you panic if you lost to Fulham?
I wouldn't panic. You know, I don't panic.
Okay, not panic, but would you lose your
concern? Yeah, of course I would. Of course I would, because I do think. Right now,
because it's at the Etihad as well. If it's like 1-0 to Fulham, goal from a corner, you can't break it down.
We're at the Etihad. We haven't lost in nearly 2 years. Nearly, is it 2 years?
Yeah.
In the
Premier League.
It was Brentford won it in the World Cup. Yeah. So that's mad. So yeah, 100%. But we've got to be switched on. I don't think. Like I keep saying, I think you'll see different midfields for different games. Like that midfield we play, I wouldn't trust that going to Liverpool or going to, Arsenal away. I'd want something a bit different. This Bernardo on the right wing experiment's got to stop. Put him straight back into midfield. But people are listen. Rodri's a massive loss, but people have forgotten. Kovacic. We did win the first 4 games with Mateo Kovacic in there. And everyone's forgotten that. And by the way, Kovacic wasn't just a passenger. He was man of the match in a lot of them games. He was running the show in a lot of them games. So, for me, this is why I don't panic. And because I'm hoping Phil Foden steps up, but other players have got to step up. Nunes has got to step up now. Foden's got to step up. I know he's got issues behind the scenes, but he's seriously got to step it up now. You've got to try and park them to the side now. And by the sounds of what Pep said, he is going to do that. He's now smiling again, which he hasn't done all season. But we just have to see, Arsenal are a very good team. I'm not one of these who's turned around and said Arsenal are crap, shit, and everything else. They are a good team.
Who says that we're crap? I want to know who they are.
No, it is what it is. But at the end, I'm the one who's not ruled Liverpool out, by the way. I've always said this is a 3-horse race.
I'm not involved.
You've ruled Liverpool out more than I have.
I'm not involved.
Don't try that.
I know you don't want to be involved. You're top of the league and you're taking the pressure off, and there you go. Enjoy yourself.
Listen, we're the leopard and the tree. I got nothing to do with this. You get me? I'm just, this is the post-Klopp. We're gonna fall off and shit. Let's step by step.
This is what I mean. I want to see where we are. It depends what City do. If City go and get, for example, a Barella, which they've been heavily linked with, I would find that a little bit weird because one, he's not a proper CDM. He's a box-to-box. So for me, that's more of a Gundo replacement down the road. I don't, to talk as Zubimendi, because it's an easy deal because he's just got a release clause. Sorry, there's talk and there's Ricky who I've never. Listen, I'm not one of these fans who've seen Ricky for 8
I'm gonna have the greatest meltdown in history of YouTube. I cannot do this. You guys are laughing. This is a mental breakdown. I'll be honest with you.
Rumor has it that every meal he's had this year's had a bug in it.
And that's why Sociedad are crap this season. Thank you, Giuseppe. You guys keep joking about this. If Zubimendi signs for Man City, it's not a joke, guys. I'm gonna lose my mind. I swear. You guys think it's a joke?
What I've been told is on the list. There's 5 on the list. Is that Edison at Atalanta?
I like him too.
Listen. I think City have realised that the Nunes Phillips experiment's got to stop now. I think they realise that they've got to go and get a proper person now. Phillips didn't work. Nunes at the moment hasn't worked.
It's weird with Nunes because I actually think he's a good midfielder. I don't even think he's that bad.
I've always said I personally think Nunes would have suited Liverpool more with the way he plays. I think he'd just rolled straight into Klopp's Liverpool midfield.
He ain't even bad. He's not even like dreadful or anything.
He's not, because he drives forward with the ball in a very confident fashion. Seen that when he's playing. I don't know. Pep just won't trust him at the minute. I don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what it is. It's a weird one. But listen, it's September. It's October the 1st. I ain't frigging worried. We're second. We're second with a point behind. When City go 10 points behind, then I'll be like, oh, right, okay. Or we get to the point where we were with Liverpool, where you're 20 points clear by Christmas, then I'm like, yeah, give it up now. It is what it is.
Fair enough. And speaking of, this is the perfect segue to the final segment of the stream, which is Arsenal, who we're going to talk about. So big up to all of you guys. Hit the like button, subscribe, you get me? Arsenal section is upon us. The title contenders to Man City. Guys, we're not involved. I was just watching them fight. I said it on TV. I gave the same exact answer on TV. I said, she asked me, after she cooked me about Zubimendi, she asked me, Hussam, do you think you're tactical? I think I could get away probably to show you a small clip of what I said when I got answered, because I'm just show you my question, my answer on TV. You get me? So we can just once and for all actually know my thoughts on this thing. So here, I'm gonna just take you to that section where she asked me the question. Here. The guy found it crazy that I start talking about animals and shit. But anyway, here. This is my answer. This is my answer. Let me know. I think you guys should be able to hear this. Yeah, it's at highest volume.
Contenders for this season.
That's crazy.
Yes, we are contenders. I'll give you a quick answer. We're in the jungle right now. Arsenal are the lions. Man City are the tigers. And we're just the leopard. We're in the tree. If the lion and the tiger fight each other, and they get hurt and the leopard is healthy till the end of the season, then the leopard will pounce, and we're going to end up getting the gazelle, which is the Premier League title. So that's a quick answer to your question. There you have it. That's my honest
fire.
What was all the jungle analogy? What was all the jungle analogy?
Yeah, my boy thought he was Mowgli. My boy was Mowgli. That's fire,
listen,
bro.
I'm just in the tree. I'm watching them fight. And if I'm healthy till the end of the year, I'm going to be there. That's all I'm saying. But I need the leopard to be healthy, though, because a leopard can't take down a tiger or a lion. So, but
what if the lion taps the tiger on the shoulder and points up in the tree and says, look at that fucker up there?
By the way,
Where do you guys
don't know animals? They're like, why didn't you say Man City are the lions? You frauds. The tiger is the real king of the jungle. Go do your research on the animal kingdom. Don't disrespect me. You guys, I know what I'm talking about. Shout out David Attenborough and these guys. You get me? I've watched 500 animal documentaries. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Next time they ask me, I'm going to use an analogy.
The hippos.
You've got some on Animal Planet. There you go.
I do it, to be honest with you.
I thought we were an elephant in a tree. I don't know what's going on, but
No. Let's not do that. It's no longer that. How I'm the elephant on the tree now, if you want to go down that route, because I'm top of the table and I'm the elephant on the tree. I'm gonna fall down. But anyway, listen, it is what it is. Arsenal, like and subscribe, chat. You get me? I want to go to Giuseppe first because he's Italian. So he's already suffered enough. So we start with him. Talk to me, brother, about Arsenal. How you feel now, back to winning ways. I'm going to ask you the $1 million question that 500 million Arsenal fans have been asking around the world and on YouTube. Are Arsenal sustainable going forward?
First of all, Shawn Michaels FC's back. Heartbreak Kids, I know we broke so many hearts against Leicester. When we beat them, because everyone was rubbing their hands going, these guys have bottled the game. Is it sustainable? Yes, because the fact is, people feel like, and I know Martin, the City Martin, can back me up, watching City over the years, that a lot of these people don't realize when you've got a good manager and a good set of players that know what they're doing, and that you can have periods of the season where you're not performing at the A star level, and you're getting your results, and then all of a sudden, from one week to another week, it's just bang, and you're looking unstoppable again, and it looks like the team from last season that's just racking up points after points after points. People forget that this happens. I think the way we started the season is by design by Arteta, because when you're facing Man City, which we learned in the first season, you can't start sprinting at the start of the race, because if you do that, you'll start getting tired, and then they've paced themselves and they come and overtake you and they go and take the title. You can't do it. You know, we have to do what we can do, and he's built a team where we can rely on our defense to win games, and that's all it is. And that's what I think we lacked over the past couple seasons, being able to have games where we ain't playing against best and we still win because we don't really concede goals. Yes, we conceded 2 against Leicester. That was a fluke 2 goals. Like, if I'm being honest, like that won't, when I say fluke, I mean that won't be happening every week. A guy does not hit the ball the way he scored that second goal every week. Yeah, that was a phenomenal goal. Yeah, the first goal, deflection of Havertz, in these sort of goals, they just don't always happen, you know. So it's not like, it's not 2 goals where you're looking at your defense getting ripped apart or something like that. And in the game, their keeper was just outstanding. We could have been running away with the game if he didn't keep saving the balls from going in. You know, I know it's his job.
Where was all his last week when Calafiori put one in top bins and Raya was saving everything?
Listen,
where was this?
The thing is, beating, once again, like, people hated on when I said about when the way Arsenal played against Man City at the Etihad in the second half. And I was one that come out and said, like, what do you want us to... Every rival fan that said why, like, criticised Arsenal for doing what we do, they're only saying that because they wanted us to get battered in that game. Because if you don't play like that,
I'm just saying.
I know you ain't.
You won't score that again, and Calafiori's not going to hit one like that again for the rest of the season.
And that's the thing. In that game, away from home, to get with 10 men, that's how you got to play against Man City. All these men that are saying no, you can't play. You could just about play City.
Oh, I know what Martin's talking about now. He's saying the Calafiori goal against City was a once in a lifetime. Yeah, you're a fraud for that, Giuseppe. So where do we go from here?
No, the other part making it is yours about, and I agree, the Arsenal bench is amazing, but you've only conceded 1 less goal than City, and everyone's saying City's defense is a calamity.
Yeah, but
that's what I'm saying. It's very weird how you're
I hear it. My thing is, obviously, this season we've played better teams than you so far. We've played at your ground. We've played Aston Villa. We've played Spurs. You know, like, and Spurs ain't great, but some teams they score 3 goals against. But that's not here nor there with my team. But like, playing Spurs away for Arsenal's a big game. That's why. But listen, once again, there's people down playing Man City, and I'm not one of them. Like, people will be like, City's laughing at City and that. Like, City has still got a great defense. Yes, I do think our defense is currently better than Man City's. I think I think as a whole we're better. We concede less chances and stuff. But that doesn't mean that City's like way off our defense or something. Our defense could be 99 and theirs could be 98. Like, do you know what I mean? So we're not millions of miles away defensively from City. I think obviously the Rodri injury makes it with having Rice is, like, let's be honest, we've now got the better midfielder. But yeah, listen, for Arsenal, it's sustainable for now. It won't be what we have all season. It won't be how we move to every game. Leicester, okay, they caused us some problems. You'll watch us go next week and play Southampton, and we'll probably batter them and not even concede a goal and not even hardly concede a chance. So don't say, well, I'm not. I don't live by this jinx law.
No, Ramsdale's there, right? He's going to have a game of his life. He's going to be prime Neuer.
He'll have a good game, but he'll be picking the ball out of his net. But yeah. So for me, I think that it's still early to judge anything. It's still very early. That's why you can't count City out. You can't count Arsenal out. You can't count Liverpool out. But I think how we've started, if you were to sit there and ask Arsenal fans, would you take the results that you've got from these 5 games? Most of them would take most of the points. The Brighton game, obviously, we haven't actually dropped points with 11 men on the pitch this season. That's another positive. I know, obviously, the negative is you got to keep 11 men on the pitch. That's for another day. That rule's a load of crap for me. I'm one that's dead against the rule of sending a guy off for kicking a ball away. I think it ruins the game. I'm a believer that there should be another thing where it's like, yeah, Trossard, for example, in the City game, you get a match ban, but you're not getting sent off. That could be something they could implement about kicking a ball away. There's no reason the game should go 10 against 11 for kicking a ball away, unless you're consistently doing it. But we haven't lost the game with 11 men on the pitch. We've played City. So I think it is sustainable. We've got a nice period coming up now of games. And then obviously we've got the Liverpool game. That's the big one. That's where I'm going to know where we are. Because I think if we go against Liverpool and we comfortably beat Liverpool, yeah, and when I say comfortably, I don't mean we're going to beat them like 3-0 or anything like that. I mean like just the game itself is comfortable. I think we'll be in a good stead. I think we'll win the league this year anyway. I've put my neck out since the start of the season saying I think we'll win the league before any injuries, before any results. I think it's our time this year. I think Arteta's learned enough and he'll do enough. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see, man. Next game, Southampton, the Leicester game as well, man. We deserve to win the game and we won the game. I know people say, oh, we've done it before, but it's the sign of champions, man. When you don't give up to the final whistle, and the fact of the matter is, set pieces, man. People laugh at the set pieces. Why are you laughing? It's part of the game. Why are we laughing at? Why is all of a sudden now Arsenal are scoring corners for fun? There's a problem with scoring corners that it makes you bad or something. Why would you not want to score corners? Why would you not want a thing that happens? We get for years, Arsenal fans, and Martin, you'll agree. We always just said, oh, why can't we be good at corners? Because the way we play football, the amount of corners that we get, we need to be putting the corners in the back of the net. And now we're doing it. All of a sudden, it's Corner FC, Tony Pulis FC, all this crap. Tony Pulis was never competing with Pep Guardiola, mate. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah, I want us to start doing long throw goals next. I think that's the pinnacle of Stoke ball. And if we can long throw from the halfway line with one of those front somersault things, I'll be down for it.
But I think this will be an interesting season. I don't think any team's going to run away with it. I don't think we'll run away with it. I don't think City will run away with it. I think it's going to be there or thereabouts, and it's going to come down to fine margins as well, and stuff like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. There's no way people think City will fall off, and this narrative of like we're now favourites because Rodri's got injured. Let's not do that. Like, please, let's not do that.
No, why let's not do that? When Rodri is injured, yes, you are favourites. I don't get it. Why is that a bad thing?
Because then, bro.
So if Saka got injured till the end of the season and I told Martin you're favourites, what would he say? Yes, he's favourite. They are favourites.
I don't think we are favourites. You cannot.
Rodri's the best player in the league, Giuseppe, and they don't have him anymore.
It doesn't matter. They've got the best manager in the world or the best manager of all time.
No, that's not how it works. It's not just a matter of just Pep is there, so they're going to be favourites forever. If they don't have, so essentially your logic is they could have Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, Haaland out till the end of the season, and they're favourites just because they got Pep. But that's not how.
Listen,
you can't say that.
You're talking extremes. But what I'm saying with this is, for me, you cannot win 4 in a row and then not be favourites for the next season. Like, let's be honest. Like, they find ways to win games.
Yes, but then Rodri got injured though.
But without Rodri, like Hussam, without Rodri in that team, they can
without Rodri, they've already dropped 2 points in 2 games. So where do they go from here?
I get what you're saying.
That's like saying Arsenal without Saliba and Gabriel, or like.
And it's okay because Arsenal are a good team.
You guys will still not perform the same.
But once again, they're still good enough. Once again, Man City, and I don't know what Martin thinks.
I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. But if you look at it,
who's a better team than Man City without? Who's a better team with Man City, even without Rodri in the team? You could argue maybe Arsenal can be on but still, even then, if they've got Kevin De Bruyne fit, Haaland fit, yeah, and then they've still probably got a better team, yeah, and experience.
No, they still got a good team. Yeah, they still got a good team, but they're also still valuable to drop some points. Keep that in mind. They're not going to still come and perform.
You want the favourites tag. We give you the favourites tag, and now you don't want the favourites tag.
Yeah, it's like, City are favourites anyway. Come on, just
I never want the favourites tag.
You don't want the pressure. Take the pressure.
I'll take it. Listen, I think Arsenal
over there on the sidelines.
I just don't agree with it. I just don't think we're favourites. I don't think.
Giuseppe, heading into the season, I said Arsenal are going to win the league, but City are favourites. So I shake your hand, I agree. Now that Rodri is out at the end of the season, how the hell am I supposed to say City are favourites with Rodri out? How? It's impossible. That's my logic. Because Rodri's out. He's the
So
best
does that
player in
mean
the
that
whole damn
Liverpool-
league.
All right, so
Doesn't
yours.
mean that
No, but
Liverpool
what,
are favourites?
so what you're saying is, without Rodri, if you take Rodri out of Man City, we've got a better team than them. Is that what you're saying?
Don't.
No. That's not he's saying. He's saying that they're more valuable.
The way that you're
Yeah.
stretching out these statements, it's very basic. It's very simple. 1920. I'll give you the perfect example. 1920, Liverpool were reigning Premier League champions. Van Dijk's out at the end of the season. Liverpool no longer favourites. Basic. It's very basic. It's just how.
But what
it's just
about-
how
what about-
football
He's
operates.
not
wait,
saying
let me-
Liverpool's a one-man team. It doesn't mean it was just Van
Yeah,
Dijk.
it doesn't mean that Salah isn't great and Mane isn't great and Alisson isn't great.
It's like taking a major cog out of the team affects the rest of the team.
Yeah,
I hear
don't
that.
have
We've
Odegaard right now.
we've got Odegaard out till November.
No,
Give
but
them-
it's affected the way you play and set up.
Yeah, so then I'm saying you can argue that we've got Odegaard out till November. He'll come back for a month, and then January's here, and you can go sign another midfielder. And that. Can
Oh no, just a bit. I've said up to now. For now, Arsenal favourites. In January, if City go and get Zubamendi or someone, Barella or someone, right? We're talking different.
Yeah, we'll change the conversation then.
It's
But we're
different.
talking right now,
I can
Giuseppe,
only
right
go off what
now.
I see now. KDB is out injured. Ake out injured. Rodri out injured. The false nine guy we were going to use has got a broken leg. So
By
this is
definition,
what we're
Arsenal are
saying.
favourites.
But you're the guys that tell us that we don't have the best players and that we don't have the mentality and
No,
all of a sudden
Martin,
we're
don't
supposed
do
to be
this because every
favourites.
week
Yeah,
you
don't do
bitch
this,
and play
Martin.
them
No,
no.
No, but we need to get the
Everyone
accolades for our
disrespects-
players if you want us
No,
to be favourites.
Martin, you
want
do
us to
this
be a
every
good
week.
team, start
You do
talking
this
nicely.
every week, every stream. You sit there and you tell everyone that you're disrespected and no one likes you and you're hated, and then everyone goes, right, your favourites, and you go, no, we don't want to be.
Yeah,
I haven't said I don't want to be
Wait.
favourites. I think Liverpool are favourites. I just think it's funny who
Oh,
sounds
here
trying
we
to push
go.
us as
No,
favourites.
don't do that, Martin.
gaslighting.
Don't do that,
No,
Martin.
you guys have the world
Right, well, if
class
you're
players.
saying that, then that's fine.
I think Liverpool
Listen,
are
fair
quietly
enough.
just getting away with
I
murder.
don't think. Listen, I still don't think we're favourites because I don't think. I think that we've got a great chance. By the way, I think we'll win the league. But and I think Rodri being out for the season strengthens. Like I've said that drawing that game and Rodri being injured is more likely to win the league than if we'd even beat you and he didn't get injured. If we'd beat you at thing and he didn't get injured, this is more likely to win us the league, him being injured, of course. But I just can't think that when you've got a manager that's I don't know, maybe it's because I've gone up against Pep the last 2 seasons and I've seen what he's done and that, like, and stuff, and I've
What you
rated
said,
him
he's
so
got the
highly.
Hussein bug.
Yeah.
Hussein done that for 2 years and came out of
Yeah.
it. Not the same man at the other side.
I just feel like with that, I just feel like when you've got Pep and you've still got the players you've got and you've not been playing Phil Foden. By the way, Man City fans that will say they're not the favourites are the same Man City fans that were twerking to me, telling me, yeah, that we've won our first 5 games and we ain't even got Rodri, or first 4 games and we ain't even got Rodri. We don't even need Rodri. And now he's got injured, now we're favourites. This is what I mean. That's why I don't think we are. I think when you've got Pep Guardiola and the players you still have, Rodri or not, yes, it will be tougher for you, but Rodri or not, you're still favourites. Say a Haaland
Can I give you an
gets injured
example?
now,
Giuseppe?
that's
Sorry to
Thank you,
interrupt.
JJ. They're so
Sorry
afraid
to
to say it.
interrupt.
Martin is right. Why
Look who's
don't
talking,
you just say
Hussam.
Rodri's out
talking.
till the end of
I'm
the
not
season?
scared to be
we're
favourites. All right, cool. Do you know what?
I said we
After
didn't
this
get the
stream,
striker we
Hussam,
needed.
for you,
I'm
I'm gonna go. Okay, Arsenal are favourites. I don't.
Yay!
Think we are.
Finally, we got
I don't
there.
think we. I
Finally.
don't think we are. But cool, we're favourites.
You
I'll
have
take
me
it.
and City
I'll
Martin
take it.
agreeing. Have some shame. Have some
I'll
shame
take
and
it.
decorum.
I'll take it.
Rodri's out to the end of
Fuck
the
it.
season. You still don't think you're favourites? City,
No, I
you
just
know,
don't-
City only finished 1 point above you last season. Only 1 point, you know,
2.
not
2
50
points.
point, 1 point.
2.
And their
True.
best player is out at the end of the year.
Can I just make a point there? People are saying it's just Rodri out. It's not just Rodri out. KDB's out. Foden is off at the moment because I can't go into. Ake is off, injured. These are this is like Arsenal losing, like you have done, Calafiore, Odegaard,
Marino.
and
Tommy
Declan Rice. No, don't
Zinchenko.
compare Rodri to Marino, man. Don't be disingenuous.
No, but I'm saying we've lost
No, don't
players
be
too. We haven't
disingenuous.
seen a minute from
Marino's
these
your
players
backup.
that we signed.
Rodri's the main guy.
Rodri to them is like
It's
probably
like you
Saliba.
losing
That's
Declan
important.
Rice. It's like you losing Declan Rice and Odegaard out of your 11.
Yeah,
They're
or
very
Saliba.
different.
Which we did recently against Tottenham. But I'm just saying that at the start of the season, we didn't get the striker that we needed. So it's hard for me to say that we're favourites over a team that's got Haaland, who scores for fun with his eyes closed. Like, he's got more goals than our entire team. So it's like a loaded gun. You guys want to load this gun up with your favourites tag and then boom, shoot your heads off when you like drop a couple of points.
Okay, Martin,
I saw it with my fan base. Wait. I saw it with my fan base too. We conceded 2 goals against Leicester, and everyone's like, "Oh, we've bottled the league. Oh, the league's over. It's done." And I'm here just like, chill. It's not over, guys. But there's people that go from like, "Oh, we're favorites. We've got to win," to like, "Oh my god, it's over" in like 5 seconds flat. And that's like,
no, I'm not saying it's over.
Yeah, no one's saying
your half of your fan base was too. Your half of your fan base is like, "Oh, losing their heads." It just happens that way. People get too
That's just emotions.
hyperbolic about
emotions. But
I've got to
I'm
go
trying
anyway.
to make me.
See you, mate.
Arsenal are the favourites, yeah. We're going to win the league.
Yeah, grow up here, Giuseppe. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Grow up here.
Listen, everyone wants clips.
Do you know what it is, Martin?
No, I'm not
My
doing
age-
clips. I'm not doing
I'm
clips.
not
Guy,
gonna-
I'm breaking this
You
down.
don't get
completely
it.
logic.
You don't understand.
I'm gonna just say something very logical right now. Okay, complete logic. Big up to you, Giuseppe. We're going to say something. First of all, dial square. Your logic is not logicking because I said Arsenal are going to win the league. So where do we go from here? Number 1. Number 2. Thank you for the super chat, brother. Arsenal finished 1 point behind Manchester City. 1 point. So, okay, 2 points behind Manchester City. So it's not like you finished 7, 8 points, 15 points. You're literally 1 game away from being Premier League champions. 1 game away from being Premier League champions. All I'm saying is, if I take Manchester City's best player and the best player in the whole league out for a year, you're obviously going to be favorites. That's not me applying pressure. That's just logic, Martin. It's just logic.
I think they've got enough besides Rodri to figure it out. And Pep is the kind of guy that loves these kind of challenges. He gets to rearrange and play some kids that no one's ever heard of and still win the game. I'm not saying that we're not favorites. I just don't think it's clear that who's favorites. I think that Liverpool have a better spine than us from like a actually won things world-class standard. Slots just come in.
Why are you talking about my club, Martin? Why?
Your club was at the top of the league more than any other club last season. And this is the kind of stat that gets used against my club. So I don't see how you can like sit on the sideline.
Martin, you can never cry.
Yeah, you keep doing that, man. You know what exactly you're doing, Martin. Come on.
What's that?
You can never ever cry about being disrespected ever again.
Yeah, ever.
Why?
Because we're giving you the favor.
We give you respect and you don't want it.
Saying Liverpool are a better team than us?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
You're top of the league. Look,
have you seen who we've played?
We only scored.
Have you seen who we've played? Have you seen who we've played? Forest, Brentford, Man United, Ipswich. Of course, we're going to be top of the league. We haven't played anyone decent yet. That's the thing. Like, Oski, you can hold that. But we haven't played anyone.
You're abusing me for the thing that you're doing. You're saying we're not in it at all, and then you're asking me to have chest when I've just lost twice to Man City, who's a juggernaut, who can do whatever they want in January, go and spend $600 million. So, like, look, if you want to call us favorites. All right, we're favorites. We've got the best players. We've got the best manager who's probably should be sacked. Like, it's all confusing to me. Like,
well, you're going. I've not said any of that.
Every stream.
No, but Martin, you're turning to us. I've not said any of that.
You asked me last stream, when's enough is enough? When does Arteta have to go?
Well, that was a question put by Mo, right?
You did. I remember clearly.
No, Martin, because this is my point. You see, this is what you're doing. You're doing this all the time. There was a genuine question of when was enough because he signed a brand new contract. We were doing the contract show.
Okay.
And when I said, my exact words were, does he need to win something this season?
Yeah.
Right? So you're being a bit disingenuous there. You've just changed the whole topic around
to
suit your narrative around.
That's how I feel.
Yes.
Because you think my manager's not good enough, he should probably go if he doesn't win
Who
the trophy.
said that? I asked a question. So I'm not allowed to ask questions. You are so sensitive.
No, I'm trying to use your logic. Like, if he is supposed to be sacked soon, why is he the favorite to win the Premier League?
Who said he should be sacked? I asked the question.
Seem to be congruous.
You know, Martin, okay, Martin. First of all, you're building up your logic based on stuff that neither me nor City Martin nor anyone has said. That's here right now. I'm not talking about what others have said. I'm not using what Lee or Northside or Dawood has said against you. I'm simply using logic. I'm saying Arsenal already finished second. Rodri's out to the end of the season. By definition, they're favorites. Let me just read the super chat. People can call us favorites. I don't really care. My problem lies not with you, Hussam, but with the people who predict City to win but say Arsenal are favorites. That's contradictory. Here's the thing. Once again, Rodri is a Ballon d'Or contender. He's the best player in this whole league. Every single time. By the way, last season, 6 games Rodri didn't play. They dropped points in every single game that Rodri didn't play. So, and now he's out for a massive amount of the season. And me saying that the team that finished second anyway are favorites to win the league is crazy. That ain't crazy at all. It's just logic. Forget what the others say about sacking Arteta.
Who has the best attack in the league?
I'm finding it funny. Someone's calling me Plastic City fan.
Who has the best attack? Because my attackers get clowned on the daily, like Havertz, Sterling, Jesus,
but not by me. What are you attacking
These guys are told every day. I'm told they're crap. They can't score a goal. They should be, sold or whatever. But apparently they're going to drag us to win the league. We're the favorites. We haven't got Haaland. We haven't got Salah. We haven't got Jota. We haven't got, all these fancy names.
Yes, but you got Rice, you got Odegaard, you got Partey, you got Gabriel. You have the best defense in the league.
We have the best defense in the league. Okay, so we're going to defend our way to the title.
Actually, factually speaking,
to be fair,
factually speaking, you're more likely to defend your way to a title than to attack your way to a title. So where do we go from
apparently Van de Ven's better than Saliba. There's all these other stuff out there.
Based off of agendas and shit. You want to do this seriously? I think Liverpool have
boys. My bad. I'm gonna jump off.
Yeah, I got to go.
Boys, I'll see ya. Take care.
Let's do non-agendas. Liverpool have the best forward line in the league. City have the best midfield. You have the best defense. Factually speaking, you're more likely to defend your way to a league title than to attack your way to a league title.
And you've got the best keeper.
Oh my god.
No, is that not true?
Okay, guys. You know what it is, guys. Martin is just going based off of purely agendas. There's nothing I can say to stop him. He's just going off what Jacob says on United.
You spend your life on Twitter. You spend your life on Twitter going, look, the slagging.
You guys spinning away. Apparently, we're the best. I'll take it. We're the favorites. Come on, baby.
Yes, you are the favorites.
Let's do it.
But if injuries, this is the other thing that I don't get. People can change predictions based on injuries, circumstance, signings. That's all we're saying. Right now, we're talking right now, as of 1st of October, 2024.
Arsenal are the favorites.
Yeah. On the 10th of January, 2025, maybe different.
We've got to play PSG today. That's what I'm talking about. That's
you know what's it?
Now I know why you're stressed. Now I know why.
No. Listen. It's okay. Me and I expected myself to completely disagree with City Martin on today's stream and completely agree with Arsenal Martin. At the end of the stream, I'm agreeing with City Martin, but it is what it is. Listen, anyway, we're gonna wrap it up here, you guys. This has been one hell of a stream. This stream is gonna take you to MHF. Where I'm going with Mo as well to talk about the football. So stay here because this stream is gonna take you to MHF. I'll be going there. We'll see what agenda Mo has cooked up today. Big up to every single super chatter, everyone who has supported the channel. Big up to Dial Square, JJ, Desmond, Staffy, Spartacus, Goni, and DJ Madrid. Big up to you guys. I've got the Arsenal PSG watch along later. You can find Martin on Sides Football Corner and on Footage at Mo's channel as well. Martin has a Mancunian way. It's in the description. Footy Fanatics in the description. Sarcasm City TV. Go subscribe to every single one of these guys. Love you all, and I'm going to see you guys on MHF. Peace.